And what's going on, you guys? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's season 6, episode 25, and this is the live review. What is going on, you guys? As you guys already know, I did not go live last week for Love and Marriage Huntsville because I was in ATL. Okay, so we're back in Mississippi, which is the reason why my mental health is in the trash. But we're going to get through this review. This ain't even about that, okay? Now, before we get into this review for Love and Marriage Huntsville for tonight, let's go ahead and talk about what we got coming up on the horizon, you guys. Now, as you guys already know, tomorrow is Sunday, which means that the Real Housewives of Potomac will be coming on tomorrow, and we will be doing a live review, but we won't be doing it after the show. We'll be doing it after Married to Medicine, because I do realize that people do be watching Married to Medicine as well as Potomac. So I'm gonna just do it after Married to Medicine goes off, and then I just put out my Married to Medicine review the very next day. So that's how we're gonna do that. So make sure you guys get into that. And then on Monday, it's the Whether You Like It or Not panel, and it will be over on Really B's platform, and we will be having Busy Blue as the special guest of the week. So make sure you guys tune into that. There won't be a Chasing panel this week because Chasing Atlanta is on hiatus for the week. It is a holiday. But I think we will be doing Boys Night Out Friday. From my vantage point, we will. But I'm going to talk to the guys probably tomorrow to make sure, because it is Thanksgiving week. So be sure to tune in to Boys Night Out Friday if we do it this Friday. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves so far. It's like 40 people up in here right now, and it's 3 minutes. So we're about to go ahead and get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now. This episode was none. It was boring as hell, and I'm ready for this reunion to come out because they're not giving me nothing. And have you noticed that for the last 2 episodes, there has not been no Marceau, no Letitia, no Kimmy, no Maurice? Like, ain't none of them been out there on the screen at all. We ain't seen now one of them. Neither one of those couples. They centered this all around Mel and Stormy and Kiki, pretty much. That's who they put this, and Martell. That's who they put this around. And if you really want to be technical, they've also put it around Chris and Nell as well, child. So that's really what it is. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it right now. So we're gonna start this thing off where we left off last week, and that is with the Fletchers. Now, if y'all want me to be honest with y'all, that scene did nothing but made me want a show that is centered around nothing but the Fletchers. I just want y'all to know that, because as toxic as that damn family drama is, I enjoyed every bit of it, and that shit was way more interesting than anything that they got going on this show. And I just want y'all to know that that scene was way more interesting than anything else that's going on this show, which makes me want to see more of Chris and Nell. They don't even have to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Give them a spinoff. I want to see them work through their family issues, because when I tell you it was so much relatable at that fucking table. Like, if you don't see how relatable that was, then you're crazy, because there was a lot of relatable at that motherfucking table. Okay, period. First things first, I don't understand why Chris Jr. is feeling about anything when he's always going to somebody's jail all the time. Don't nobody got to do nothing for you. Ain't nobody obligated to do you nothing. If you would stay out of trouble, maybe you won't be having these damn problems. And then he was talking about, I think he felt some way about Lance, which I think that Lance is a level-headed person. I do think that he don't take no out of none of them in his family. And I really, really enjoy him. Like, I enjoyed that entire scene. But what I will say is that what I did not like about this scene was the treatment of Lex. I felt Lex 100% in that scene, because it's pretty obvious and it's pretty clear that Lex is the black sheep of this family. It's obvious that she is, and every family has a black sheep. Okay? I was laying in my bed watching this scene, and all I could really do was sit back and think about how things were when I was growing up with my dad's siblings. And every time I would speak my truth or speak how I felt about something, everybody wanted me to shut up, or they didn't want to hear anything that I had to say. My thing about this is, just because you don't think that you did something to somebody, that does not mean that you have the right to pretty much dismiss them and their pain altogether. That's not right. That's not right to do that to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why dismiss this girl's pain, and why dismiss how she feels? You may not have known that you did that to somebody. Sometimes your perception may not be the next person's perception, and that is absolutely okay. But what I'm saying is, hear her the fuck out. Hear her out. See why she feels the way that she fucking feels. Just do that, and then maybe we will have some understanding. But you motherfuckers don't want to have no understanding. Like, y'all flat out just dismissed this girl. Y'all didn't want to hear nothing that she had to say. And I get it. She was cursing and being disrespectful. Trust me, I get all of that good stuff. I promise you I understand. But what I'm telling you is, when you are someone that never gets hurt, and when you're always trying to put your feelings out there, and when you always trying to let somebody know where you're coming from and how you're feeling about something, and they always turn you off and they kick you out, then you get that way. You get that way. But I've gotten to the point to where, in my situation, where I just don't feel like even dealing with certain things. I just distance myself and keep it moving. Like, with most of my siblings, I'm not even talking to most of them. So it's just like, I just distance myself from that. Like my grandmama, I don't talk to her at all. I distance myself. Anybody affiliated with that situation, I distance myself. It's not that I don't like you or whatever, but to keep my inner peace, because I got enough going on in my head right now. I don't need any more negativity around me. So I just keep my distance, because I don't need your motherfucking bullshit. I just don't need it, and I'm going to keep it moving, because I refuse to sit at a table with a bunch of people who don't give up about my feelings. And that's just it. Lexi should be heard. And it's problematic to sit there and not let her speak her truth. It's very problematic. Let her say what she got to say. Let her say what she got to say. Let her get it out. And I think that's the reason why her feelings come out the way that they do, because they don't allow her to say what it is that's on her mind. Anytime she says something that they don't like, they want to cut her off and make her look like she fucking crazy. I don't think she's crazy. There is a difference. Sometimes parents, or in my case, grandparents, don't realize that they are treating you differently than they treat the other kids or grandkids. You know, the other people have more leeway than you do. Some things that they do that you can never get away with doing. So I understood that. The same way I understood the Tamika Scott thing, and how she felt like she was the black sheep, and how she felt like she was treated differently than Latasha. I understood that. I understood that. And I know where I stand. That's why I choose to move how I move. So when it comes down to Lexi, I feel like her best bet is to keep her distance. Like, I ain't saying that she need to not talk to Chris or Nell. I ain't saying that she don't need to talk to her siblings at all, because that's not the case. But I do think that she may need to limit her time, her community. Those are the best things to do. If you really want to be technical about it, sometimes those are the best things to do, is to really limit your communication and your time with these people, because that's exactly what I'm doing. But people in my family who I don't feel safe with, communication limited, communication slim. I talk to you here and there, not every day, not all the time. You know, you get a nibble, you get the nibble on my communication. That's about it, because I can't do nothing else with you. Because you don't allow me to be me. You don't allow me a safe space. You don't allow me none of that. None of that. So how can I feel? How can we have a real relationship if you're not allowing me to have a real relationship with you? And I don't think they're allowing Lexi that. And I think that this has been going on for many, many years. And that is the reason why she reacts to things the way that she does. Even when she left the house. Now, she was wrong for telling Chris and there to kiss her motherfucking ass. Now, she was wrong for that. She was definitely wrong for that. I totally agree with that. But I think she said that out of frustration because they weren't listening to her. And even when she was outside and Chris was the only one that went after her, he even told her to go to home and he didn't want to hear shit that she had to say. Like, I feel like there is some truth to what she is saying. I do. I think that there is truth. I don't think that she's lying about anything. I think that that's what they did. And for them to sit there and gaslight the fuck out of her and act like they don't know what the fuck she talking about is a hot ass mess. Y'all know what that girl talking about. Y'all know how y'all treated that girl, and y'all know how y'all treated the others. Y'all know that. So why y'all trying to play her like she's stupid? That's typical. Let's treat the black sheep like one-on-one. We're gonna act like they crazy. We're gonna spin this narrative that they're crazy-ish and that they don't know what they talking about. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it seem like she crazy. We're gonna make it seem like she ain't got no sense. We're gonna make it seem like that she's making this stuff up in her head. It's the same way when the last season of Bill Collective, when So Gucci's daughter was sitting in the living room with Selena's daughters and telling them how they made her feel. No matter how y'all might feel about So Gucci or D at this point, I definitely do think that they did treat her like that and they did make her feel that way. You know what I mean? So you can't tell me that's how I want to feel. No, that's how you made me feel. That's why I feel like that. I'm not feeling like that for nothing. That's how y'all made me feel. That's why that thought is in my head, because that's what y'all did to me. Y'all made me feel like, apologize for that. It wasn't your intent, but that's what the fuck you did. You feel what I'm saying? And see, my point exactly. I don't think she grew up in the same house as them, and her perspective is different. And that's the thing. And I know that people don't like it when I inject my own stories in there, but I have to with this. When I was growing up, I didn't live in the same house as my dad and my siblings. And my other siblings. I lived at home down south. My other siblings grew up north. So I had this perspective that they were treated better than us because he spent most of his time with them. They were able to have a close-knit relationship with our grandmother because she was also in Jersey and we got the short end of the stick. We wasn't treated the same way. And I said that for many, many years, but whenever I would say that, they would always make me feel like that's not true, or they would always make me feel like I don't need to say that, or I'm just trying to dog them. I'm not trying to dog y'all. I'm just simply telling y'all that I felt like me and my sister got the short end of the stick and the rest of them got everything that we should have had, as far as not really financially, because they also got a lot of things financially that we wasn't able to get, but they got the emotional support in my eyes in the time. That's how I felt. Regardless of what they think they did or whatever, that was my perspective, and you didn't make it any better because you didn't fix that. You continued to do that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, even as adults, it's still the same damn way. It's just that one of us ignore the shit that happened in the past, but I don't pretend like that shit didn't happen because it's still happening now. So it is what it is. So I agree. That's how I feel, Lexi, because you do grow up in a different household. You do get treated differently. It's not the same, but they're not going to see it that way. So it is what it is. So now we get into Stormy and Courtney. Okay. They discussed Stormy trying to bring Kiki and Tiffany together. I don't know why Stormy trying to bring these two together. The only thing that I can think about is you want some camera time, and you feel like by bringing them together is what's going to give you that camera time. That's how I feel about that. I'm just being real. That's just how I feel. Because I don't understand why in the you want Kiki and Tiffany to be cool so damn bad. They ain't got to be cool because Tiffany thinks she better than Kiki, and that's just the truth. I get it. Kiki be doing too much sometimes. I understand that Kiki be blowing up a fuse. I do understand that, but Tiffany is messy, and all she ever does is pretend like she ain't messy, but then stir the pot and then want to play like she Karen after she gets called out on her. That's why I didn't like her first season. She started that shit with Destiny and stuff like that, and then want to pretend like she was a victim, and then want to call the girl aggressive and all this other bullshit that she did. You know what I mean? Like, no. So I don't even understand why you even want them to be cool so damn bad. So, nah. Um, They say that there are now in a place to celebrate for Canvas beauty and stuff like that because last year was just not a good year for Stormy. And I think that it really wasn't a good year for her because I believe that that was during the time when she was like having like a mental break and people were talking about it on social media and stuff like that. And, I felt her when it came down to that. Like, I definitely felt her pain when it came down to having a mental break because sometimes people really don't realize what you're going through already. And sometimes people tend to put more on you than they realize. So sometimes it's kind of like, girl, like, what am I doing? And why am I doing this? You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. Courtney has decided to bring Junior back into the fold without telling Courtney and without telling Stormy about it. They had this big brother, little brother relationship, and I guess Courtney feels like time has passed and now they can, finally get to a better moment, a better space right now at this point. You know what I'm saying? So he decides to bring her back. Stormy is not bring him back. Stormy is not really certain about whether or not her cousin Junior should be back into the fold. She's not really certain about that, but right now, she's gonna try to figure it out at this point. She's just gonna try to give it a chance. That whole scene was boring to me. I didn't really care though. I ain't gonna sit up here in front of y'all. I ain't give up about this mother scene. I don't care about this, but to each his own. And I definitely didn't care about this. So you do know that this review finna be short. Martell is moving. Now he getting eye surgery. I guess he getting his bags flushed from up under his eyes. So he called Chris and, he said, well, the last time I saw Neil, she was fiery hot with me and stuff like that. And so that's when Chris was like, don't talk to my damn wife like that. He was laughing and shrugging the shit off. No, give him the same energy that he gave your damn wife. Don't be sweet on him. That's why Martell be doing the shit that he be doing because he be disrespecting everybody, but he be demanding respect. Be demanding respect, child. I be like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you demand the respect and you the most disrespectful mother on this show? That's the part that I don't be understanding. But okay, do you? We can move on to Melody and her friend Brittany. Now, apparently, Brittany has been Melody's friend since college. They were roommates and all that other good stuff, right? So apparently, Melody is feeling some type of way because Brittany wasn't at her name change ceremony. And Brittany was like, "Well, I was with my niece. It was my niece's sweet 16, and you only turned 16 once, so I wasn't gonna miss that." And then Melody was like, "I still feel like you should have been here. I still feel like you should have been here." Melody, stop being annoying. Stop being fucking annoying. Do you really believe that this lady was gonna skip her niece's 16th birthday party to come to some damn name changing ceremony? She was not. You can change your name at any given moment. You cannot turn it on. So, girl, shut the fuck. Cause that really annoyed me. And then, some of y'all want to come in my mentions on Twitter about the shit and be like, oh, it wasn't that serious. I ain't say it was that serious. It was just annoying as to me. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nobody finna pass off no 16th birthday to come to some damn name changing ceremony. Shit. I'm glad you taking your freedom back. You getting your life back. All that good shit. I am happy for you, honey. I am. But girl, no. My family is way more important than your damn name change. I'm just being honest. Okay. But then they start talking about how they're going to help Melody find a new man. and stuff like that. You know, Brittany suggested having another ceremony. Girl, ain't no need to have another one. Just take her out for drinks and keep it moving. Ain't no need to have now another ceremony for this shit. I'm just saying. Um, then they trying to figure out what is it that male needs from a man and stuff like that. And they say, well, you know, he can't be from Huntsville. And I concur. Because when I talk to guys, they are never from Mississippi. I don't talk, as far as now that I got, you know, the wherewithal to fly wherever I want to go at this point. I don't talk to no man from Mississippi or in my area. They all are somewhere else. Any man that I want to talk to, they're always somewhere else. So I definitely agree with going outside of your little bubble that is Huntsville or Alabama. Go out of it. Go find somebody else. I don't talk, like I told you, I don't talk to nobody in Mississippi. I don't remember the last time I dealt with a dude from Mississippi. I tried, but it just didn't work out. So, yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not, you know. As much as I'm in the ATL, honey, that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I don't want to deal. No, I was down with that. Like, don't deal with nobody from Alabama, okay? Because who knows? Your friend might know him. A friend of a friend might know him. A friend of a friend probably did them. Your friend probably them. It's always something. So it's just like, yeah, I'd rather just date outside of my state and call it a day. Because I don't intend on being here for too much longer any motherfucking way. So it don't even matter. Okay, so let's move on. So Chris and Nell, they discussed the family dinner, their issues with Alexis, and I still feel like there is no accountability being taken here at all. Nell always feels like she gets the short end of the stick because anytime there's an issue within the family, they always go to Chris, but they never come to her. They probably don't come to you because you don't give them a safe space. They're only gonna talk to Chris because he provides a safe space. Duh. She said Chris Jr. ain't speaking to her right now. She tried to call him, he won't answer the phone. She tried to text him, he won't answer a text. And you know, Chris was like, well, the reason why they don't come to you because they feel like you're not the easiest person to talk to. Because soon as they come to you about something, you go in and you're emotional and you say this and you say that. And they rather take my laid back approach, obviously. Um, she says, but when they get money from you, they pay you back. But when it's me, I'm always on a payment plan. Do you know they don't never pay me back my money right away and stuff like that. So, you know, she just feels like now she want to feel like she the black sheep. Child. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into Kiki, Stormy, and Tiffany. Now, Stormy says that this is the put it on the table meeting. And Kiki comes in the house, she hot as fuck because she's doing like a methadone treatment or whatnot. And Stormy asked Kiki about her relationship with Tisha at the moment. And Kiki pretty much said that she's done with Tisha. She blocked her number. She blocked her from everything. It's just really no point for her and Tisha to be cool no more. Like, she's done with it. She's done with it. And honestly, I mean, yeah, y'all might as well be done. I mean, I had to do the same thing with a cousin of mine. You know what I mean? Like, shit, like you want to act that way, then I ain't got to put you no more. It's just that simple. I don't give a about us being cousins. It's called boundaries. Sometimes you got to set those. But Kiki was kind of doing a lot when she was trying to make it seem like she made Tisha or something. Like, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have went to college. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't be in Huntsville. She followed me here, all this other stuff. And I'm like, ooh, girl. Okay, then Stormy says that she wants Kiki and Tiffany to get together and talk. She wants them to make amends. She just wants them to be in a better place. And Kiki just wants Tiffany to keep her name out of her mouth. And I concur. Keep that girl name out of mouth of Tiffany. That's all I'm saying. Her mouth. Why are you always speaking on her anyway? You're obsessed at this point. Next thing you know, Tiffany comes in and got the baby with her. Tiffany be having that baby with her because she don't want nobody to put hands on her. That's the only reason why she be having that baby with her. But y'all, that's it. That's just how boring this episode was, y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't giving to me. It wasn't. It didn't give me anything. Like, I wasn't feeling this episode. I'm sorry, but I wasn't. First time here. I enjoy your perspective. Thank you, Mildred Starks. I appreciate that. Yeah, Yeah, they need to, come through with this reunion and keep it pushing because this ain't working for me. I just got to be real with y'all. This ain't working for me. I'm not liking it. It's about to make me not want to do no lives on this shit no more and just do more pre-recorded premieres and call it a day because this shit ain't. Because these folks ain't filming with each other. So it's not working. Anytime a cast get this disjointed, it's never gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I could have easily done without this episode. But shout out to those of you who came in here. It's over 100 of y'all up in here, and I can tell it was boring because we didn't even hit the 200 nor the 300 mark tonight because don't nobody give a fuck about this episode. So y'all, this is pretty much all that we got. But before we go, make sure you guys support Tramiel. He got a brand new song out called Long Days. It's available everywhere. Make sure you purchase and stream. And then Bando has a new song out called Bando's Dream. It is now available on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as YouTube. Okay? So with that being said, this be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here. And until my next videos, I will holler at you guys a little bit later. Bye.